I made it to the Minnesota State Capitol. There it is right behind me. And I'm excited to bring you the footage of the outside and then the inside of the Minnesota State Capitol. Right now it's about 50 degrees outside, so I can feel the winter setting in. And so this is probably going to be my last State Capitol visit for this year, but that's okay because I'm about to start with the Capitol complex, walk around and get some great footage to wrap this year up. And as always, I'm going to try to get as many of the monuments on the State Capitol grounds as possible before making my way inside the State Capitol. So with that all said, let's get to it.
The Minnesota State Capitol is in St. Paul, Minnesota. St. Paul is the capital of Minnesota and forms the Twin Cities with the neighboring city of Minneapolis. It has a population of around 300,000 residents according to the 2020 U.S. Census. There's more than 20 different monuments or memorials on the Capitol Mall. There have been 3 state capitol buildings. The present building was designed by the architect Cass Gilbert and was completed in 1905. The building is set in a landscape campus with the Capitol Mall on its south front. Sitting above the main entrance of the state capitol is a sculpture called The Progress of the State. It's a gilded covered 23-karat gold sculpture of 4 horses pulling a chariot that is carrying 3 human figures, 2 women and 1 man. The sculpture is meant to represent Minnesota proceeding onward by means of the power of nature and civilization.
Okay, so I'm done with my walk around the Capitol building, and it was a pretty quick walk, but I would say that another reason why it's good to wrap things up today and not do any more of these Capitol tours during the winter is because it does the building a disservice. Even though the leaves are turning colors and some people like the orange and the red and things like that, I really prefer to do the recording in the spring when the sun is out and when the weather is just marvelous. But now that I've done walking around the building, I'm going to go ahead and make my way inside the building and start and get some footage there.
The rotunda extends from the first floor to the top of the inner dome. There's a large marble star on the center floor, which is also repeated in brass and glass and serves as a symbol of the state's motto, the North Star State. Against the walls are glass cases displaying on rotation battle flags that were carried by Minnesota soldiers in the Civil War and Spanish-American Wars. The second floor is the grand floor of the Capitol. It includes the chambers of the Senate, the House of Representatives, and the Supreme Court. "67 senators are elected by 4-year terms. The side walls include murals that represent the importance of agriculture, patriotism, and the Mississippi River in the state's history. Above the center front of the chamber is a public viewing area during legislative sessions. The House of Representatives chamber is the largest chamber in the building. It's used for regular House sessions and joint legislature sessions. This chamber also has public galleries that are accessed from the third floor when the House is in session. Above the center front of the chamber is a sculpture group titled Minnesota, the Spirit of Government. The state of Minnesota has a Chief Justice and 6 Associate Justices. Facing the justices are benches for visitors who come to hear the court sessions. This chamber includes 4 large murals that symbolize concepts of the legal system from different time periods and cultures.
Alright, so I finished my tour of the Minnesota State Capitol and I'm outside right now and man, look at that, the sun is down, the wind is out, and it is just cold. But anyway, I'm done with that tour and the building wasn't too bad. It was really quiet. Most of it was locked up, but I still got a chance to say that I now visited the Minnesota State Capitol. And like I said, this is going to be the last Capitol that I visit in 2024. So I'm excited that I finished. So until 2025 in the spring and not in the wintertime, I'm going to say peace to you guys. And if you want to see all the rest of the state capitals, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And until next time, always remember, be safe and go travel. You have everywhere to go see. Peace.